The Joe Rogan Experience.
I was in Iraq, and I was in one of them, like, Uday and Qusay, like, fucking raped people. Them guys were evil.
You
like,
went to their palace,
all
that kind of shit.
All of them.
Those guys.
I carried their bodies off an airplane and had to guard them until they got cleaned up by the morgue and DNA tested.
Whoa.
But them fucking guys, them palaces, like, they would pick up like fucking 12-year-olds off the street. They didn't give
feed
a
them to dogs.
fuck. The lions, we found them fucking. So Uday had lions, and the lions were. It's not funny, but I mean it's kind of humorous. But I think it's funny. But the lions were like on the army side, the big army side, and they were inside this fence, right? And then the lions were like just lazy as fuck, didn't care about no army guys. And then one day I seen a lady and kids walk by, and they're just behind chain link, and them fucking lions went nuts. And I knew like
They've
only
been feeding them
that
ladies and kids.
Fuck yeah, they were fucking evil,
I
man.
read so many horrible stories about those guys. That they would find a woman who was getting married, and they would rape her and then feed her to their dogs.
Yeah. Or the fucking carp outside the palaces, them big lakes full of these giant carps that just fucking eat bodies like you read about. Yeah, but so I was down in one of those one night just because like I could be, and I had my flashlight. Always been fascinated by ghost hunting, by the way. So I'm down there by myself just exploring, you know what I mean? And like fucking door slammed on me, you know what I mean? I was freaked the fuck out. And I'm the only one down there, you know what I mean? Like freaked me the fuck out, man.
Yeah.
And the energy down in those fucking like rape rooms or whatever I don't know what the fuck you call it. Like they did fucking bad shit there. It's just like, so having said that, we're talking about Iraq. I brought some show and tell items.
What'd you bring?
I brought something I have never fucking shown before.
What do you got?
And I believe it's fucking evil. You want to see it?
Yeah, I do. What is it?
I got to get it out of my box.
Oh, you got a box.
I brought a box.
I'm kind of scared. What's that?
Hey, can you Google Saddam Hussein Mauser?
This is his hat?
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's the one where he shoots the Mauser in the air at the fucking parade grounds. I was given that by his tailor.
Wow.
Yeah, that one. The liner fell out. The liner's in here. Look, it's you can see what kind of hat it is. The glue fell out of the liner, but look.
Whoa. That's fucking crazy.
I rolled up his tailor and all his butlers. Anybody who touched his ass, fed him, or touched his dick. I fucking rolled them motherfuckers up.
Wow.
Saddam was captured 9 days after I left. I had to leave for Christmas.
This is crazy. This was on his head. Now it's here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But it's a Piccadilly fox fur hat. I also have a sweater. I had all his clothes. Like, man, fuck, I had everything that guy had. Yeah, his tailor. Okay, so Saddam's inner circle, right? When I was working Saddam, we were working a Saddam piece, right? Some fucking legendary hits that no one's ever fucking talked about. Like, we did the cleverest shit fucking during Saddam. And I will tell you this, is I learned on my fucking Singleton mission in Afghanistan, the first one, we need to be a lot fucking smarter if we want to crush these motherfuckers. And I'm not talking like we captured 2 bad guys. I'm talking we go in, kill everyone needs to be killed, capture everyone that needs to be captured, and fucking do this right? So, yeah, with the Saddam piece, right, his tailor and his butlers and Saddam's inner circle was all Christians. Fucking every one of them was a Christian. And Saddam believed that Christians, if they martyr themselves, go to hell. Muslims martyr themselves, you go to heaven.
Right.
So he surrounded himself with fucking Christians. So his tailor, his butlers, his jawalas, all those guys, they're fucking washing his ass, feeding this motherfucker, were all Christians. And it's why Christians flourished in Iraq, which they're, you know, like I'd hope all these guys are still alive, but the reality is like ISIS probably fucking got rid of them after Saddam was gone, you know?
Yeah.
ISIS killed so many fucking Christians, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they were all Christians. And so his, it started with the ex-ambassador, to the U.S., and then I met the tailor and started talking to the tailor. And then one day he brought this hat and he brought some clothes. And I was like, what was this? And he was like, you know, he told me this is the one where he shot the Mauser. And he had some clothes. I grabbed a sweater. I wear the sweater on Christmas Eve. And then hey, when I was fatter, it's like a fucking halter top. My belly fat's hanging out. You know, my family's like, I don't know. They think I'm nuts, but I normally wear that sweater on Christmas. I forgot to bring it, or I'd have brought it. But
wow.
Yeah. Now that I lost weight, I think I'm actually Saddam's size. You know what I'm saying? It's spooky. You know what I'm saying? I end up being the same size. I could have wore all those clothes. You know what I mean?
Wow.
But yeah, they were Christians, right? And we rolled up the tailor. The tailor gave up a butler. Like me and another guy were at the tailor's house. Right, and we were going to snatch this guy, right, this butler, and the butler is the guy who used to wash Saddam. Like, he bathed Saddam every fucking day.
So Saddam had someone bathe him.
Yeah.
He didn't bathe himself.
No. Crazy, right?
Yeah, weird.
But he had a lot of, but they were all Christians, and they were all, honestly, they were all fucking nice people, to be fair. Like, all the Christians were great people. Anyway, yeah, so I'm in the house with another guy, and the guy's early. So we fucking shoot up on the roof. The guy comes. I call my guys. They're not really in place yet. So he comes. He leaves. He only stays a minute. And he's gone, you know what I mean? And I think all these inner circle Saddam folks know they were valuable to us. And like they realized they were going to get snatched at some time. So he was out, right? I called my guys, right? And then literally my guys were like 2 blocks away. As he was leaving, he ran into their Humvee. He ran into my guys. And they're like, hey, this guy just ran into us in like this vehicle. I'm like, that's the dude.
So he got in an accident with
Yeah,
them?
he ran into our guys in a Humvee. He was trying to drive away and crashed into like the guys that were going to snatch him.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll tell you another Saddam story. This is one of my favorites. Saddam had like regular pieces of ass. And like his favorite piece of ass was this butterface lady. I don't know what she did for him, but she wasn't a looker. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like look and feel are different things. Saddam knew what felt right to him, obviously. And she was married, and we wanted to get to her. I mean, maybe Saddam's favorite sex partner wouldn't know where he is, right?
Right.
Like, so we have the tailor. The tailor knows who he is. So we have the tailor kind of invite him to the tailor shop. This tailor had a store in downtown Baghdad. So he comes in the store, and I told my guys if he doesn't come out quick to, I had a couple, I don't know what they're called now, Mohawks, I think is what they call the Iraqi counter-terror guys. Well, before they were even established, like the guys were with us, you know. So we had a couple of those guys. I have them start fighting in front of the store, right? So literally everyone piles on in the street to see these guys fighting, right? Like everyone piles out of all the shops, stores, and everyone's watching these 2 guys fight. Literally the guy we're looking for like walks up to see the fight, and his back is to the van door of the guys that are going to snatch him.
Wow.
So I call him, I'm like, yo, you see that tall guy? That's our guy. Fucking snatch him. And no shit, van door fucking opens. Nobody even knew where the fucking guy went. The tailor later was like, where did he go? Who took him? Where did this guy go? Where is this man at? You know what I mean? Like, No one even seen him get snatched, right?
That's such a clever idea.
Yeah.
Have two guys fight in front, so everybody's going to
And
come out
then later,
watch it.
my boss was like, "Who are those guys fighting?" I was like, "It's our boys." And he was like, "Wait, did you do that?" And I was like, "Well, I didn't want to be there for like 6 hours. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do we speed this up? We got shit to do today. Like, you know what I mean? That's my efficiency is my thing. Like,
that's genius.
Yeah, that's one of the, and we did so much. Hey, all right, I'll tell you another one. My first Saddam hit, I worked a lot of intel side for Saddam, me and a couple other guys. So we worked somewhere not with our squadron, and we worked with another government agency. Makes sense?
Yeah.
So we get the call, the squadron's doing a hit. There's a Saddam sighting, right? So this is like the beginning, like 2003 Iraq. We were fucking Ken blocking it with fucking maps, like hit the third traffic circle, go out on the 9 o'clock. Like literally I get us to fucking Ken blocking, fucking navigating through a fucking shitty Baghdad fucking street map. I get us to the fucking target, right? Humvees are already there. The rest of the guys are already there. Rangers got the blocking positions all set up. So we get there, we raid the house, right? We get all these guys. And then finally, there was like no fucking shit, Joe. There was like, I don't know, 15 motherfuckers. It was like a Saddam look-alike fucking contest. They all had the mustache. There's like short, fat Saddams. There's like tall, skinny Saddams. So it's like
body doubles.
Well, I don't know if it was body doubles.
They just all looked like.
Yeah, because like the Saddam look was popular. The mustache. And
Yeah.
I mean, not that they all look the same, but they kind of all look the same, you know, from my perspective at the time, right? So, like, it was like, well, no wonder someone called this in. It's fucking like, they all look like Saddam, you know what I mean? And then on the outside, like, fuck, man, the Rangers shot up these vehicles at the blocking position. I have my squad, my sergeant major was like, hey, go fucking clean up the bodies. And I'm like, why the fuck am I on brains detail? I didn't fucking shoot nobody today. And he's like, you're the only one with a regular pickup truck that could haul the bodies. Oof. And I'm like, fucker, already thought it through. This is why this guy's the boss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then a lesson learned that day is, you know, like in Iraq, you just drink water out of bottles and then throw them in your truck. Man, we were loading bodies in. There's fucking 100 water bottles in the back of the bed. Someone just come by the bed of the truck and throw an empty water bottle in, like at the house or whatever, right? And like I'm throwing bodies and fucking shit in the back of my truck, and there's like bloody water bottles squirting everywhere. It's a fucking mess, man. So I learned that day, like my vehicles are always clean. Always fucking clean, man. From that day on, but like it's a fucking mess. And then, man, they shot up this old man, this old lady. Like they ran the checkpoint. They were about to hit the Humvee with the Rangers. So the kid shot at the driver, but like the Rangers back then didn't know as much as Rangers know now. You know what I'm saying? And the kid like shot the warning shots at the driver, but he hit the brakes. And the fucking vehicle will never stop if you shoot the brakes. I don't know if you know that, but and it fucking hit the Humvee at like fucking 40 miles an hour, broke the transmission. I had to clean up the bodies. I had to set up an HLZ, take them later to the HLZ. You know what I mean? And then it was like my first Saddam raid in Iraq, and it was my first experience in Iraq with the Rangers. And like that day I was fucking fed up with them, you know, and like there's some young fucking 18-year-old kid medic in the back of the truck, and like I'm like, hey, fucking give these people morphine. He's like, I'm not supposed to give the enemy morphine, Sergeant, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, does anyone look like a fucking enemy to you here? Anyone fighting you in the back of the truck? Then there is no fucking enemies here, bud. Fucking give these people some drugs, so like at least we ain't gotta fucking hear them moan and shit. You know what I mean? And like the kid, like I had to force him to like fucking be humane. You know what I mean? And because he was just trying to follow orders. Later they'd be so much better, right? But beginning of the war, like that was my first Saddam hit. You know what I mean? And I was just thinking, fucking this is gonna be awesome, man. That kid was shooting down the street with the 50 cal, like. Imagine just a fucking city street in Austin, right? And you're parked in the middle of the road and you just shoot with a 50 cal off the top of a Humvee, you know, like 8 feet off the ground. Dude, those tracer rounds would skip down the road. It was breaking glass, fucking going through cars, fucking, 500 yards down the road, like people scattered. Like, it's amazing. You know what I mean? 50 cal is amazing. You know what I mean? And then I had a fucking pickup guts, but